your service, Sir Knight.
What's happened here?
Things are bad. Very bad. First we get attacked by them brigands. Barely come out of that alive. And now the plague.
Plague, you say?
Indeed, no. Something's up with the village. Even the livestock are dying. It's a gruesome sight.
Who attacked you?
I don't know. Some bandits. Ever since Scarlet was raised, it's been marauding the whole province.
Did you put up a fight?
We most certainly did. Once Elgar heard young Straw shouting to the hills, he handed everyone a pitchfork or a flail, and we ambushed the bastards.
Good on you. How did it turn out?
We gave them what for until they turned pale and ran. But they cut up young Straw something awful. He didn't live to see morning.
Who are Melekar and Straw?
That's right, you're not from around here, are you? Melikar's the one looking after things round here now. Before that, it was down to Smill from the Neuhofstadt. But they killed him that time they raided the place. And young Straw is the son of Andrew, local woodcutter. Or was, I should say. The bandits saw to that. His old man isn't doing it well.
Where would I find Melekar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stable and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stable and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
Tell me more about this plague. It sounds terrible.
Worse than you can imagine. The whole stud, livestock, sheep, chickens, all dead or dying. No doubt people will be next. Melikar's old woman's taken to bed and it doesn't look good. Straw's wife and brother, more and more.
I'm hear it. Looking for Matthias. He works as a stable hand at the stud farm.
Matthias. The brigands got him, poor lad. He's lying wounded at the stud.
I heard the bandits didn't get very far here, though.
Luckily, young Straw saw them still over by the cross and woke the whole village. We even captured one. He's tied now at Melikar's place. But then the disease came.
Thanks. That'll be all for now.
Take care now.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like I've come up in the world, mate. You're here as an envoy?
Yeah, something like that. That's not important right now.
Well, I'm glad to see you have a job. Lots of our old neighbors have been reduced to begging. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Focusing against the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First, other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Damn. Are you alright?
Well, yes.
But you've been hurt.
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broken, but better than a broken neck.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one was taken captive. I got
careful.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw. His old man's sharpening a sickle for him. Melikar still hasn't decided what to do with him.
I can tell you what he'll do with him. He'll hand him over to Sir Rad's envoy. Me.
I doubt Melikar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid, and now this plague. God knows what they'll do.
Can you describe?
I don't know. They came to ask so you couldn't see their faces. About 20 of them. They weren't humans, though. They spoke Czech.
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at me. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but hit them in the woods. They didn't look so brave.
I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained manage to hold off armed bandits?
One of the village lads caught them coming through the woods and told Melikar, who roused the whole village. Everyone grabbed what they could. Pitchforks, axes, flails, and we went up to face them.
What? You mounted an assault against them?
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those whoresons expected. Some of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torch me. But even the women here were armed with what they could find, and they took the bastions by surprise.
I hear one of the raiders was...
Aye, old Melikar let him have.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young.
I understand old Straw wants revenge, but first I have to question that bandit. What happens after is no skin off my...
Good luck then.
About this sickness. When did this plague start?
The day after the raid, the horses were lying down in the stable, so we knew something. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick, one after the other, and then people.
What other animals getting sick?
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes, throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other end.
Has anyone died?
Aye, old Verba, although he was already on his last legs, so no one knows for sure if it was the plague that got him. Either way, the animals are dropping like flies, and people will end up the same for sure.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. With my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much, but I know Melikar has sick ones at home.
Can I ask you a bit about Merho yet?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Can you tell me something about old Straw?
He's the woodcutter, tough as they come, hothead. He's been out of his mind since his died.
It's normal to grieve, though.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care of her.
Where can I find this Straw?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Straw lives in the right-hand one.
What are like?
The locals looked to him. Smill used to be here, but he was killed in Neuhof. Hasn't had time to appoint a new, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melikar.
Thank God you had someone here who could take the reins.
Aye.
What's Melikar like?
The locals look up to him. He used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Neuhof.
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melikar.
Thank God you had someone...
Aye.
Where does Melikar live?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages. Melikar lives in the left-hand one.
Can I ask you a bit about Merho yet?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
That's right. The Almighty has sent this punishment on us.
These bandits, who were they?
Some thieving rabble. What do I know? Maybe those damned humans. But they spoke Czech. Ask the captive at the Malikars.
How did you manage to fight them off?
Well, we were lucky. Young Straw saw the gang a little way out of the village and ran to warn our Malikar. If it wasn't for that, none of us would be here.
It looks like you fended them off, though. I can't see any burned houses.
They had no time for that. They've left us with fresh graves. Young Straw himself got cut up, something terrible, and a few others. We've a number of wounded. Now the plague to crown it all. Christ preserve us.
Melechar, Straw. Those names are new to me.
They're locals. Melikar's been in charge here since old vassal Smil from Neuhof passed away. May God grant him eternal peace. And Straw, that's the local woodsman. Poor fellow. The bandits killed his son, and his wife has the disease.
Where will I find Melechar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
And the disease?
I don't want to tempt fate by talking about it. I shudder to think of it. There's not much to tell anyway. It hit us just after that all left. First the horses died, then livestock, and now it's people. Like Melikar's wife. Poor thing.
Thank you, that's all.
Goodbye.
Lord, please end this.
It looked like he's full of sickness. What am I going to do? If he dies, I'll be right back where I started.
Are you Melechar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzik Kovala. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Sir Radzik won't help us with that, any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
No news has reached Rathai of any disease here. But I'm here now, and I can help you.
Well, since you serve Sir Radzik, you might be of some use. If anyone can be.
Tell me what to do.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanna, I think her name is. She might know someone to turn to, if she's actually there.
You might have crossed your mind to send someone there sooner.
People are bad
barely venturing outside their homes, they're so scared. And word has got around that the plague is raging here. If someone met us wandering about, well, I fear the worst. Besides, you're the envoy of Sir Radzig Kobular himself. Your word will carry more weight in the monastery than some lowly peasants.
Very well, I'll go to the monastery. Probably our best hope.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us, the prisoner's got the pestilence too. He'll die without help.
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms. They're bound to ask me that.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. Why don't you see for yourself? People talk a lot and I don't know what to believe anymore.
Very well, I'll make the rounds.
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses. Don't stay too long in those homes.
That I can promise you.
God be with you.
Come for my wife. You're out of luck. I hold straw, don't you know? Straw! You've taken my son. But you shan't take my wife, you bastard.
I've come to help your wife.
To help her over to the other side. Isn't that God's own truth?
I'm sorry that they killed your son. I truly am sorry. But if you don't want that disease to take your wife, you'll let me see her right away. I can help her.
I don't want her taken. No.
There. See?
What? Are you a quack?
Something like that.
Then go to it.
Fever. Just like Melchow's wife. Fever. Just like Melchow's wife.
Who are you? Can't you see the plague cross on the door?
My name is Henry. I'm going to the monastery to get help.
It's long past time. The Lord's already taken my poor Anthony. And what do you want from me?
I need to know how the illness afflicted your husband.
Yes, I'll tell you everything. But first help me bury my husband. I'm too weak. And Melikar said the dead should be buried at once.
Of course I'll help you.
Thank you. We have to bury him at the back of the house. There's a lovely linden tree there.
I understand. I'll dig a grave there.
Thank you. When you're ready, come back. I'll say goodbye
Will you please tell me about his illness?
Certainly. My husband had the fever all over.
Anything else?
He had great pains in his belly. He said it felt like he'd been stuffed with rocks. He was writhing all night through. He must have hurt terribly.
Thank you. Will you please tell me about it?
Certainly. My husband had the
Anything else?
He had great pains in his belly. He said it felt like he'd been stuffed with rocks. He was writhing all night through. He must have hurt terribly.
Thank you.
Dearest brother, is that you?
Yes, it's me, your brother.
I've heard it's nearly here. We need to get to Skeleton.
Tell me, brother, how are you feeling?
Wait, you're not my brother? You're one of those brutes! Brother! Lock the door! They're back again, please, God, no!
Brother, don't you recognize me? It's me. I'm your brother. I was gone for a long time. I've come back home for Advent, remember?
Yes, yes, I remember. Give me a drink of water, brother. I'm thirsty, terribly thirsty. I feel like I'm burning in hell. I can drink a pitcher of water and right away I'm parched again. God be with you. Brother, oh, we have to go.
inside. If you want to go in, talk to... Good day to you.
I need to talk to that.
Sorry.
I urgently need to...
So does mine. Melakar will kill me. If you want to talk to the native, may the Lord watch over you.
My respects to you.
God watch over. Yes.
I need to talk to the cat.
Oh, no, no. Melakar forbade me to let anyone near him.
You don't have to let me in. You might just forget to lock the door.
Oh, why would I forget to lock the door?
You might find some groschen lying on the ground. That can make a person forget things.
Oh, I see. And how... It'll stay just between the two of them.
You can sure.
All right, then. May the Lord watch over you.
You're not allowed it. If you want to go in, talk to Melakar. You're not allowed inside. If you want to go in, talk to Melakar. What are you doing here? Get lost or you'll... Is the matter?
I need to talk to...
You again. Good luck to you. Oh, what was that?
He's thieving. Dave! People! Dave! God!
Don't move a finger.
Ah, kurva!
You were seen in the act. You should have thought.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't...
But that won't.
Oh, well.
All right. And hand over.
Jesus, he's sick too. Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive. I need to talk to that...
Don't put. Take it now.
What is it?
I'd like to challenge you to a duel, sir. A little amicable combat.
Why would I want to fight you?
Ad honorem, friend. For
That's how you look.
so, shall we cross swords?
That sounds interesting. What should we fight for?
Ah, so chivalry alone is not enough to tempt you.
No, sir. I'm drawn to more glittering things.
I see. Well, why not? Let us make it more interesting then. I'll tell you what. I have a fine suit of armor. I want a dice. The horse and sword I can use, but the armor doesn't fit me well. I'll bet a piece of armor against a reasonable sum of grosh.
All right.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Let's... The reward you've earned.
Good day to you.
How are things here?
Our blacksmith has been feeling low the last few days on account of the Ratai tourney. There's no cheering him up, except maybe my snaps might drown his woes.
Can we do something about...
Well, tough luck.
Can we do some...
Why not?
Satisfied?
It'll take...
I'd like a beer. All over again. I'll be right back with that.
All right, sir.
Oh, dear. God save you.
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets me.
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartabrook. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartabrook was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. He even started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came home that day. I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by. They found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the sawbones right away. But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
Do you think it was this Black Peter who killed him?
It was the first thing crossed my mind. Aye. But there's no proof. It could have been anyone, I suppose.
Did your son ever win the tourney?
Oh, aye, more than once. Svartabrook wasn't the strongest, but he was agile as a weasel. And he put his heart...
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, not much. I asked around, but nobody knew nothing much.
Did Svartabrook have any wood?
Only a cup, not even the sawbones.
I think I can tell you what happened to Svartabrook.
Really?
The fact that he died just after beating Black Peter and winning the tourney was no coincidence.
So it was that bastard?
Yes. Black Peter lay in wait and ambushed me. He's a nasty piece of work. The thing is, he had some kind of poison on his weapon, so I reckon he might have poisoned your son. The signs you spoke of point to it.
Merciful God, I knew it! But how did you get away from the fucker? Did you kill him?
He was no match for me. I sent him straight to hell where he belongs.
Thank you.
It won't bring my boy back, but it gives me some peace to know you avenged his death. Here, take this. It's not much, but it's all I have.
Can we do something about...
Aye?
Agree?
You won't convince me with... See now?
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse. Who's there?
God save you. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Whose house is this?
It's our local custodians. The most esteemed Sir Sebastian, Baron von Berg.
You don't seem to think very much of him.
But of course I do. A man with a nose so stuck up that it acts as a rain funnel can't be all bad.
What does the custodian do anyway?
Well, he's meant to look after the local community and keep the peace.
But
in fact, he seems more interested in robbing everyone blind.
I'm much obliged.
Don't mention it.
You look bored.
Beyond tears.
How can you be bored here in Sasau, in such a holy place, filled with knowledge?
Don't even talk to me about it. They won't let you touch the books, they don't want to talk to you, and when I wanted to look at the remains of St. Procopius at least, they ran me off. Me! Like some kind of thief. What good is the whole blasted monastery if I can't even do that?
Well, they say there's not much left of poor Procopius.
What's that got to do with anything?